York Yankees are 6-18 in the last 24 games after starting the season with the best record in the American League. Now, the predominant reason, in my opinion, is the lineup. It's absolutely atrocious outside of Juan, Soto, and Aaron Judge. And does it sound like a recent iteration team that we've seen in the last decade, half decade? That's a rhetorical question. It is. Let's hark back to those Angel teams with Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani. And if you're a Yankee fan, cover your ears, man, because you're not going to want to hear a comparison to that team because they won absolutely nothing, and it means you're absolutely doomed come playoff time if you even make it there. And that might seem hyperbolic, but man, who scares you outside of Aaron Judge and Juan Soto? Let's delve into it. The further we get from the Yankee 21-win May, the more we can say that that was an outlier month. The further we get, we're now capable of seeing the real flaws this team possesses and how similar those Angel teams really were to this one. Now, I see you shaking your head, but let me ask you a question I just alluded to. Who scares you? Who? Alex Verdugo and his .247 average? Gleyber Torres and his nonchalant .287 on-base percentage self? Anthony Rizzo? DJ LeMahieu? Yeah, alright. You can combine those two guys and you still won't be scared. Now, the only two plausible names you can throw my way are Anthony Volpe and Giancarlo Stanton. However, there's one huge but for both of them. In Anthony's case, we are all enamored with his tantalizing talent, but he's only 23 and clearly has not put it together and is currently in the midst of an atrocious putrid slump, hitting 187 with a .312 slug over his last 30 games. And as it pertains to Big G, yeah, you're cognizant of what the issue is. He's always hurt, and yeah, he was having a good year, but you cannot count on him for 150 games, hell, even 100 games, as he's bound to hit the IL for at least 4 to 6 weeks. So again, I ask you, who scares you? Now, admittedly, as we hark back to the comparison I alluded to in the outset, it's not a seamless match, as this Angel squad back then had no pitching, and this Yankee staff has a semblance of one, as Marcus Stroman has a 3.63 ERA, and Luis Hill, despite his struggles, is probably the AL Rookie of the Year, and Luke Weaver's quietly putting together a 3-WAR season in the pen, and Clay Holmes, despite his struggles as well, is clearly up there with Tanner Scott among the best relievers in all of ball. But you get my premise, right? As much as we lambasted the Angels as baseball fans for not supporting Ohtani and Trout in the lineup, the same can be said for this Yankee squad, as the decision by Brian Cashman and company to stick with an aging Anthony Rizzo and DJ LeMahieu at first and third respectively is a regrettable one he should lament every day. How about the decision to stick with loafing Gleyber Torres, just an absolute losing player who leads the league in the American League with 11 errors, and man, it's not like his bat is making up for it. So as I mentioned, man, I mean, every game I lay eyes on this Yankee squad, I can't help but harp back to those Angels teams and the top heaviness in the lineup. Despite the historic season from Aaron Judge, they're still fluttering in this abysmal stretch. Why is that? Well, they're just not supported. And for me, man, if you're a Yankee fan, you should be petrified because we saw this. We saw this with the Angels, and you don't want that to be the case because they won absolutely nothing. All right, what do y'all think? Will the Yankees make some big trades to supplement this lineup? Will they continue to wither and not even make the playoffs potentially? Thanks for watching, and peace.